We are on our way into Philly for a bronchoscopy. It's already shaping up to be different than usual because the hospital called me a little bit ago and said, "Hi, we have an opening, you can come in whenever." And I was just kind of like, that never happens. So signs of pandemic times. Most procedures have been canceled. Basically, if you don't really need it, you're not getting it. So I'm guessing their schedule is a little more open than usual. Of course, that brings up the question, do I really need this? And the answer is question mark. Basically, I'm due for a bronchoscopy. My lung function is a little bit down. You know, I am feeling, a little wheezy, a little more breathless, but not wildly uncomfortable. But I definitely do need some airway dilation. The big question was, should I go in now and run the risk of being exposed, to COVID? Or do we wait, but then that has the risk of my airways closing further and it becoming urgent for me to need the bronchoscopy, and later things might be even more chaotic and even more of a risk, or possibly we wouldn't even be able to get me in for a procedure depending on how crazy things get. So weren't really sure what to do. My doctor, also was not so sure, but in the end they decided to just bring me in now, get it out of the way, and then hopefully I can avoid being anywhere near the hospital for the foreseeable future. So that's the story here, and we are beginning our pandemic-style bronchoscopy adventure. So traffic has been pretty light. Still people, but definitely light. We are now coming up to the toll, and the interesting thing here is that it is all Easy Pass. They have suspended all cash payments. Cash, I guess is a huge way of spreading germs, so they just decided to avoid that whole issue. Of course, we don't have Easy Pass, so they're just going to, take a picture of my license plate and send me a bill, I guess. Going over the bridge, I don't know if we've ever seen the bridge this empty. Have we? No. So we're definitely seeing there's far fewer people on the road right now, which is as it should be. We were kind of wondering what everybody's story is on the road because, New Jersey is in lockdown, so you're really not supposed to go anywhere unless it's, an emergency or for food or medicine, essential stuff. So we were kind of wondering what everybody else's essential excuse is. Okay, this is the ramp onto the Vine Street Expressway. It is always packed here. It's always backed up here. And yeah, today it clearly isn't. So this is really weird. Wow, there is nobody on the road here. Again, this is an area that is always jam-packed, and we've got nobody. We have never had such a fast drive to the hospital before.
What do you think? Should I try it?
It says, now we're trying to figure, I don't think there's any valet. Usually we would do the valet parking because that's easier, but valet would appear to be closed, which we thought might be the case just because of germs.
Should I try this one?
I don't think it's open. No, look, it's all closed. So we are going to park in the garage. Do we want to do this garage or the other garage and take the shuttle?
this one. I don't feel like dealing with the trouble.
So we're gonna park in the garage, which, given the current traffic and, you know, people situation, for a change, parking in the garage should not be a problem. Parking in the garage is usually chaos and madness, but not today. All right, we are in the waiting room now. We just walked over from the Perlman Center from the parking lot, and it's like a ghost town in here. It was super eerie. I wish I could have taken video, but that, you know, probably has some HIPAA violations or something. We are both wearing masks today. Usually just I wear a mask, but Catherine is being super careful because obviously if she picks anything up, it's coming home to me. So she gets to live my life today and wear a mask the whole time. When we got over to the hospital, they had us go to the front entrance and we had to get screened. There's like a whole table of, you know, like gowned and masked and everything professionals. So when we come in, we had to put on hand sanitizer, and then they had to check our temperature and make sure we didn't have a temperature. I don't know what happens if you have a temperature. Do they like ET style, like whisk you away and throw you into isolation? I don't know what would have happened, but thankfully both of us are temperature free and we are ready to move on to the next step of this process. All right, I'm in the back. I have my IV in. And now we are waiting for the room to be ready. I actually asked them about what changes they have going on for safety for COVID, and they said, you know, everybody has to wear masks at all times now. Everybody gets screened, has to like come in through the main entrance and get screened before coming in and use hand sanitizer and stuff. And in terms of the procedure, the room is cleaned, then they wait an hour, and then they clean it again in between procedures. So right now I'm just waiting for the room to be, you know, fully cleaned and ready to go. And that is the story. Last time I had a bit of a rough recovery. They said that, you know, I told him that I was nauseous last time, so the anesthesiologist said he's gonna try to, you know, make some, you know, med adjustments to try and prevent that. So hopefully it'll go better this time. But we shall see. So I'm in recovery. Thankfully, I feel better than I did after my last bronch. My throat's a little sore. I'm cold, which I always am after my bronchs. At least partially because these rooms are always freezing. They said that it went well, that my airways, you know, definitely looked better this time. So things are moving in the right direction. The different thing this time is that I'm in my own special little room here. Usually I'm in, you know, like a little area where there's, you know, kind of, you know, like a bunch of different, you know, like beds, you know, curtained off from each other. But apparently right now, because of COVID, for bronchs and other procedures that like make people cough afterwards, they don't want us out with the general population. So I'm in my own enclosed little room to protect everybody. So yeah, so things are pretty well. Definitely going to be recovering for the next couple days. I'm probably going to be all groggy from anesthesia and my throat's going to be sore. But fortunately, I prepared myself. I made mashed potatoes last night, so I have something soft to eat for my throat. Oh, and very important, I have a new bronchoscopy animal. Little hedgehog. He's super cute. So that's definitely a bonus. We'll be adding him to the bronchoscopy collection, which is growing quite large. I'm gonna need to find a new storage space because right now they're living on the coffee table, but they're kind of taking over the coffee table, so I'm gonna have to do something about that. So I think that's it around here. That is my bronchoscopy pandemic adventure.
Rush hour. This is rush hour.
Rush hour. It's now 5:40 p.m.
I need that mirror, baby.
Okay. And this is our merge. Rush hour in Philadelphia.